What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about who is the clear-cut leader on the Lakers. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Who is the leader on the Lakers?
Is this a trick question? LeBron James.
Hey, you have to ask.
By the way, I just tweeted back at Pamela McGee, JaVale McGee's mom, because I tweeted when they signed McGee. Yeah, when they signed McGee and KCP. You know what Jerry West doesn't do is spend $12 million a year of cap space on McGee and KCP.
Why would you do that, Max?
Well,
why would you do that?
Because you don't want to waste cap space on players who are easily replaceable. But I would say this:
JaVale McGee ain't easily replaceable.
Upon further review, I think that JaVale's mom is right. That $4 million a year on a 2-year deal for JaVale McGee is not bad.
So I think JaVale McGee, I think he's a solid player. I wouldn't have a problem signing him. I wouldn't break the bank for him, but I think he's a solid player. So let's continue.
Really referring more to KCP, who has all the kind of trappings of a starting two-guard, let's say. He looks like he should defend, and at times you can see him do that. And he looks like he can shoot, and at times he can do that, or even sometimes create. But the overall package is less than, like, the whole has been less than the sum of his parts. And that is obviously a Clutch Sports deal, right? They overpaid on a short deal for KCP. They're trying to do business with Clutch Sports. And let me say something. It worked. They got LeBron. This was an inside job. They got so now KCP, LeBron.
He left a lot of money on the table to come to the Lakers originally. So why we went?
No, he got $17 million.
He had a long-term deal with the Pistons that he left on the table. So before we throw that out,
let's go add up the money that he made with the Lakers so far.
System, KCP is excellent. He's an excellent defender, excellent shooter. What he didn't thrive in,
he can be a good defender. He can be a good shooter.
And what he didn't thrive in was the chaos that the Lakers had, and hopefully that comes to a head.
Well, the point is that they got LeBron now. He's obviously the leader of the team. He's the leader of any team that he's been on, except for Dwayne Wade that first season in Miami, and that's why it didn't work ultimately, why they lost to the Mavs. But when LeBron is in a place, you can be sure he is clearly and unquestionably the leader of that team, particularly on a franchise where it's not like Pat Riley runs the franchise, Ryan. You know, Pat Riley runs the franchise, you got to accept the coach, you got to accept these different things. That's not the situation with the Lakers. There's no Pat Riley, in the Lakers front office right now. So LeBron is the unquestioned leader of this franchise.
So I don't even know why this is a question. Of course, LeBron James is going to be a leader of the Lakers. I mean, that should just go without question. Your best player generally is going to be the leader of your team. And to even talk about anybody else outside of being a player, even in management, being a leader, it doesn't matter, because what it boils down to is the guys are on the court. And the best player on the court generally going to be a leader for the most part. So I don't even know why this would be a question of whether or not LeBron James is the leader of this team. I mean, did you bring him into LA to not be the leader? Did you bring him in to be a co-leader? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And to have a guy that calls himself the GOAT, to have him not be a leader, there's something wrong with that. But I don't know. Let's continue.
Max, I actually agree with Anthony Davis to an extent. I would put that roster up against anybody, and in some ways you could favor it over the Clippers. But if I asked 10 different people, 20 different people who the leader of the Lakers was, you would get multiple answers. Rob Pelinka? Is it Clutch Sports? Is it LeBron? Is it Vogel? Is it Kidd? Is it Genie? There is no clear-cut leader. The man that they didn't commit to, as I brought up earlier, Frank Vogel. They gave him a 3-year deal, and they chose his assistants. You know what that tells me? You're expendable. And as you bring up Pat Riley, when Eric Spoelstra was getting undermined or questioned from LeBron, from Bosh, from Wade, whatever it may have been, from Clutch Sports, you know what Pat Riley came down and did? He said, LeBron, when this man tells you to get back on defense, when he tells you to run to the corners, when he pulls you out the game, you do what he says, and he's not going anywhere. And they won a championship.
Yeah.
So the reality is,
but there's no Pat Riley here. That's the point.
You don't need to have a Pat Riley to give this man a deal and give him power as coach and make him comfortable. And if I'm going to bring up the Clippers, the reason I favor the Clippers over that, even though this is in the Clippers segment, who's in charge with the Clippers? With any question, no question, Doc Rivers. When Doc Rivers says, hey, man, come out the game. We're running,
and then you got to deal
whatever.
And then you got to deal with Jerry West if you don't want to deal with that.
Exactly.
So I don't understand. So the question is, who's the leader of the Lakers? Do they mean overall? Do they mean on the players? Because I don't know why would we be talking about anybody other than the players of being the leader of the Lakers. Because if someone is designated as being a leader and you're a general manager or your agent or you're the team owner, that doesn't really matter because you're not playing. So why wouldn't we only be talking about the players as being the leader of the Lakers, which should be LeBron James because he's the best player on the squad, so it should be LeBron James. So I don't know why we're talking about anybody other than the players, especially Rob Pelinka, Clutch Sports. I mean, all these different people. I mean, how could they even remotely be the leader of the team if you're not a player? So I don't understand that. And like I said, the leader of the team is LeBron James. And if you're anybody less than a player, why even bring them up? It doesn't even make sense. So let's continue.
Steve Ballmer put a system in place.
Exactly. There's no question there. And I don't question the Lakers' talent. It's who's in charge. And I absolutely...
There's a lot of disorganization.
And LeBron as a leader, as a player, he is the leader, as he should be. But this isn't the Eastern Conference, baby.
I understand your analysis. I disagree with the conclusion. The fact is that there is no Pat Riley there. So you're saying there's chaos. There's no clear leader. And that may be the case. But in a situation like that, that empowers LeBron. Because ultimately, if there's a Pat Riley there, you say, who's really in charge? Pat Riley. But without Pat Riley there, who's really in charge? LeBron and Clutch Sports. What I was so furious about the Lakers with, for hiring Vogel in the first place, instead of giving LeBron Ty Lue, is, hey, Jeannie, this is an inside job. It's a Clutch Sports inside job. Just take what you get. Yes, management loses power, but you guys were terrible. Now you're a powerhouse. So, and that's why I even say the KCP thing. Mm-hmm. He got a lot of money short term. Now he gets, and even KCP, my criticism was a little harsh because at the point that they signed him, all the other guys were off the market already. But the point is, you may have to overpay a Clutch client. You may have to do business with them. What's curious to me, to your point, what's curious is, why is Vogel head coach? Have they realized that is it really a smokescreen that Jason Kidd's really going to be head coach, but they brought in Vogel because it was too difficult from a PR point of view to give Jason Kidd the job? Why isn't Ty Lue the coach? Is that a power play by, I thought maybe Pelinka at the time, or an unwillingness of Jeannie to give up power to Clutch Sports, which didn't make sense to me? But the big picture to me is, without a clear leader in the front office, LeBron owns the team.
And as we talk.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be LeBron James. And again, why are we talking about any type of leadership other than the players on the court? I mean, it doesn't matter if somebody's a leader in management or whatever, that they're not going to be in there playing the game. They're not going to be leading while playing the game. So I understand that. If you're going to talk about the leader of the Lakers, it should be one of the players, which is going to be LeBron James. Now, if you want to talk about, the general manager, president, or things of that nature, you got to give that a different title because that's not the leader. If you're a general manager or the president or the leader, you're not going to be in there with those players. So that there should be separate titles. This is two different apples. This is apples and oranges that we're talking about here. So if you want to talk about the leader of the Lakers, that have to go to LeBron James. Now, if you want to talk about leader of management or who's running things or who's the boss, the CEO, things of that nature, then that's separate from being the leader of the Lakers as far as being a player. They're two separate things. So I don't understand why there's a problem in designating who does what. So I don't know. Let's continue.
Talk about Ty Lue being hired. I thought it was a poor move by not bringing him in. Why? Ty Lue is a truth teller. I played for Ty. I've been in 2 different organizations with him, and he has the respect of stars. So if LeBron's not getting it done, Ty Lue's going to have those hard conversations.
Okay, Mr. Hollins, you know darn well that Tyronn Lue is not going to tell LeBron James anything. And if he does, it'll be a light suggestion. Everybody knows LeBron James is going to do what he wants and has done what he wants when Tyronn Lue was the coach. So don't give me this Tyronn Lue who'll say whatever he wants to say to LeBron James and all this other type of garbage. And as far as, it just doesn't make sense. But let's continue.
Frank Vogel is a great guy, but as you bring him in, you never commit to him. It is utterly ridiculous that this man couldn't choose his assistant. So whether it was Jason Kidd, whether it was Vogel, you have to make that call. And that's a tough call that the Lakers didn't make. And I believe this year it comes back to bite them because there are going to be tough moments. There's no championship run. There's no season where you don't have some level of turmoil, inconsistencies, pointing fingers, and shoot, not less than a year ago, probably months ago, people were advising G saying, trade LeBron. We don't want him. He messed up what we had. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, but like I said, all that's kind of in the past, and we're definitely going to have to see what happens with Frank Vogel. I do think it was a power play by management and Miss Butts to not sign Tyronn Lue because that's what LeBron James wanted. You definitely don't want a player seem like he has more control over an owner, which you sign up for that when you bring in LeBron James. You have to know what you're getting. And as far as him signing Tyronn Lue and Mr. Holland hyping up Tyronn Lue like he's the second coming of Jesus and he's just the best coach and respected by all the players, there's a reason why he doesn't have a job right now, okay? There's a reason why he doesn't have a job right now and why he's not a head coach in the league right now. Because he might not be as good as you think he is, okay? The players might not like him as much as you think he is. So as far as that, you can just save that. But do I think maybe the Lakers, just because they're so deep with LeBron James, that they probably should have signed Tyronn Lue because that can at least work? You won't have to question that. I think the Lakers probably should have done that because once you have LeBron James, you got to go all in. So you might as well get the coach he wants. And, bringing in Frank Vogel for 2 or 3 years, that's just stalling the problem. So I don't know, but let's continue.
I joke a lot with Ryan since the first time he was on Max and Marcellus on the radio about not getting playing time. But the fact is, you were in the league for 12 seasons and would have gotten much more burn had the league not turned into a 3-point, like a stretch 5 league, because you could play in the old school league. And also, and like jokes aside, you did have the best seat in the house, even in games where you didn't play, because you've been on multiple teams and having watched this stuff up close, had better insight than most.
You getting soft on me?
About
No, let me start there right there before the video's over. I'm glad that Max Kellerman is saying this about Ryan Hollins because Ryan Hollins is a scrub and he's a scout team reporter at best, but he did do 12 years in the NBA. No matter how long he played and how much he rode the bench, most people would kill just to be able to sit and do what Ryan Hollins did for 12 years and make millions of dollars. Like I said before, if Ryan Hollins, the worst player in the NBA, will be a super all-star out in the street, playing against people out in the street that think they can run him out. They'd be a YMCA Michael Jordan superhero if they're out there in the street, the worst player in the NBA. And Ryan Hollins, if he were to come out and play street ball with some of the people that are calling him a scrub and all that type of stuff, he would be dominant. He would be above and beyond dominant. So some people, that's why I don't like people quite clowning him. He doesn't say the right things all the time, but they clown him because he didn't get much PT in his 12 years in the NBA. That's going kind of far. That's going kind of far because I know a lot of people would kill just to ride the bench in the NBA for 1 year, let alone 12 years, and have the type of career that Ryan Hollins had. So I'm glad that Max Kellerman is actually saying this and putting out a disclaimer, even though he clowns him a little bit. But let's continue.
This is very nice.
Oh, you're getting soft? Okay, Max.
I'm not getting soft. I'm being